Let me ask you something.
What if I told you that the Social Security check you're getting right now, the one that barely covers your rent in Atlanta, could buy you a 3-bedroom house with a garden in one of the most beautiful countries on Earth? And no, I'm not talking about some remote village with no electricity. I'm talking about modern cities with high-speed internet, international airports, and communities of Black Americans who already made the move. In this video, I'm breaking down the 10 best African countries for Black Americans to retire in 2026, based on real cost of living data, healthcare quality, safety reports, and feedback from actual Black expats already living there. And here's the thing, country number 3, it completely shocked me. I almost didn't include it, but the data doesn't lie. Stick around until the end because country number 1 is offering something no other country on this list is, and it could change everything for you. Let's get into it.
Before we dive in, real quick, I'm not a financial advisor and I'm not an immigration lawyer. Everything I'm sharing is based on research, interviews with expats, and publicly available data as of 2026. Always do your own due diligence before making any big move. That said, I've spent the last 3 months talking to Black Americans who've actually made this move. Some retired early, some started businesses. And honestly, a few of them told me they wish they'd done it 10 years sooner. So here's how I ranked these countries. I'm looking at 5 things. 1. Cost of living. Can you live comfortably on $1,200 to $1,500 a month? 2. Healthcare. Is it accessible, affordable, and actually good? 3. Safety. What's the real crime situation, not the media version? 4. Black community. Are there other Black Americans there? Can you build a social circle? 5. Ease of residency. How hard is it to actually stay long term? Let's start with number 10.
Number 10, Tanzania. Now, Tanzania isn't usually the first country people think of when they hear retirement in Africa, but here's why it made the list. First, the cost of living. In cities like Dar es Salaam, you can rent a decent 2-bedroom apartment for around $400 to $500 a month. That's not a typo. $400. In the US, that might get you a parking spot in San Francisco. But the real gem here is Zanzibar. It's an island off the coast, and it's becoming a hidden hotspot for Black American retirees. Why? Because it's peaceful, it's beautiful, and the Swahili culture is incredibly welcoming to foreigners. I talked to a woman named Denise. She's 62, retired from teaching in Chicago. She told me something that stuck with me. She said, I was paying $1,800 a month for a 1-bedroom in Chicago that I didn't even like. Here, I pay $600 for a house with a courtyard, and I can hear the ocean every morning. Now, the downside. Healthcare in Tanzania is okay, not great, not terrible. For serious issues, many expats fly to Nairobi or South Africa. So if you have major health concerns, this might not be your top choice. But if you're relatively healthy, love warm weather, and want a slower pace of life, Tanzania deserves a look. Quick note, I'm putting links to all the cost of living data and expat communities in the description. Check them out after the video. Number 9, Senegal. This one is special, and I mean that sincerely. Dakar, the capital, is one of the most cosmopolitan cities in Africa. It's modern, it's energetic, and it has a deep, deep connection to the African diaspora. The history here, Gory Island, the door of no return, it's heavy, it's real. And for many Black Americans, visiting Senegal isn't just a vacation, it's a pilgrimage. But we're talking about retirement, not tourism. So here's the practical side. Cost of living in Dakar is moderate. You're looking at about $700 to $900 a month for a comfortable lifestyle. It's not the cheapest on this list, but you're paying for infrastructure, good hospitals, reliable internet, a real city. The French language is the barrier here.
If you don't speak French, you'll need to learn some basics. But here's the thing. I spoke to 3 different Black American retirees in Dakar, and all of them said the locals were patient and helpful with language. One guy told me he learned more French in 6 months living there than he did in 2 years of Duolingo. Senegal is stable, it's democratic, and it has a growing community of African Americans who've relocated. Not as big as Ghana, but it's growing fast. If you want a mix of modern Africa and deep cultural roots, Senegal is your spot.
Number 8, Kenya. Now, Kenya is interesting because it's 2 completely different experiences depending on where you go. Nairobi is the tech hub of East Africa. They call it Silicon Savannah. If you're the type of retiree who still wants to consult, invest, or run an online business, Nairobi has the infrastructure: high-speed fiber internet, co-working spaces, a young, educated workforce. But Nairobi is also expensive by African standards. You're looking at $1,000 to $1,300 a month for a comfortable lifestyle. Still cheaper than most US cities, but not the bargain that some other countries on this list offer. Now, if you go outside Nairobi to places like Nakuru or the outskirts of Mombasa, the prices drop dramatically. We're talking $500 to $700 a month for a very comfortable life. Healthcare in Kenya is solid. Nairobi has some of the best hospitals in Africa. The Aga Khan Hospital, Nairobi Hospital, these are international standard facilities. And the cost? A fraction of what you'd pay in the US. I heard a story about a guy who got an MRI in Nairobi for $80. $80! In the US, that same MRI could cost you $1,000 or more. The downside? Safety can be a concern in certain Nairobi neighborhoods. You need to do your research. Talk to expats, join the Facebook groups. Don't just wing it. Kenya is for the retiree who wants options: city life or quiet life, business or pure relaxation. It's versatile. Number 7, the Gambia. This is the smallest country on mainland Africa. It's basically a tiny strip of land surrounded by Senegal. But don't let the size fool you. The Gambia is cheap. I'm talking about one of the cheapest countries on this entire list. You can live a genuinely comfortable life on $800 to $1,000 a month. That's everything: rent, food, utilities, healthcare, entertainment. English is the official language. No language barrier. None. That's huge for a lot of people. And the people? The Gambians are known for being some of the most welcoming people in Africa. There's a genuine warmth there. I interviewed a couple from Houston, Patricia and James. They've been in the Gambia for 4 years now. Patricia told me, "We came for a 3-week vacation. We stayed for 4 years. Every time we think about going back to the US, we look at each other and ask, why?" The downside is infrastructure. The Gambia is developing. Power outages happen, internet can be spotty outside the main areas, and for serious medical issues, you might need to travel to Senegal or further. But if you want a simple, peaceful, affordable life by the river or the ocean, the Gambia is a hidden gem that too many people overlook.
Number 6, Uganda. Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. When I started researching this video, Uganda wasn't even on my initial list. I had a preconceived idea about it, and I was wrong. Kampala, the capital, is alive, it's vibrant, it's growing fast, and the cost of living? Extremely reasonable. You can live well on $700 to $1,000 a month. Uganda is landlocked, so no beaches, but it has Lake Victoria, which is basically an inland ocean. And the climate? Perfect. It's called the Pearl of Africa for a reason. 70 to 80 degrees Fahrenheit year-round. The Black American community in Uganda is small but tight-knit. There's a group called Black Americans in Uganda that organizes events, shares resources, and helps newcomers. That community support is invaluable when you're moving to a new country. Healthcare is improving.
The International Hospital Kampala is well regarded. But again, for very serious conditions, medical evacuation insurance is a good idea. Uganda is for the adventurous retiree, someone who wants to be part of a growing story, because Uganda is growing fast, and getting in now means you'll see it transform.
Number 5, Egypt. This one surprises people, but it shouldn't. Egypt has been welcoming foreigners for literally thousands of years. It's one of the oldest civilizations on Earth. And for Black Americans interested in history, in legacy, in connecting with ancient African civilization, Egypt is unmatched. But let's talk practical. Cairo is chaotic. I won't sugarcoat it. It's a city of 20 million people. The traffic is insane. The noise is constant. But here's what I didn't expect. The cost of living is incredibly low. We're talking $600 and $900 a month for a very comfortable life. And if you go outside Cairo, to places like Luxor, Aswan, or the Red Sea coast, it's even cheaper and quieter. Healthcare in Egypt is actually good. The major hospitals in Cairo are excellent. Many doctors trained in Europe or the US, and the cost is a fraction of American prices. The language barrier is real. Arabic is not easy. But in the expat areas and tourist zones, many people speak English. And learning basic Arabic phrases goes a long way in building relationships. Egypt is for the retiree who wants history, culture, and an extremely low cost of living. But you need to be adaptable. Cairo isn't for everyone, but the quieter cities, they might be exactly what you're looking for.
Number 4, Morocco. Morocco feels like Africa and Europe had a beautiful baby. And honestly, it's gorgeous. Marrakesh is the star. The architecture, the gardens, the food, it's sensory overload in the best way. But for retirees, I actually recommend looking at coastal cities like Agadir or Essaouira. They're calmer, cheaper, and have that ocean breeze. Cost of living in Morocco is moderate, about $900 to $1,200 a month for a comfortable lifestyle. Not the cheapest, but you're getting European quality infrastructure at African prices. Morocco has a growing community of Black American and Black European expats. The Moroccan people are generally very welcoming, and the country is stable. It's one of the most politically stable countries in North Africa. The healthcare system is decent, especially in the major cities. And Morocco is actively trying to attract foreign retirees with long-term visa options. The downside, the bureaucracy can be frustrating. Things move slowly. Patience is required. But if you can embrace that slower pace, Morocco rewards you with beauty, culture, and a lifestyle that feels like a permanent vacation. Morocco is for the retiree who wants sophistication, culture, and doesn't mind paying a bit more for European flair.
Number 3, South Africa. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. South Africa? Isn't it dangerous? And yes, South Africa has crime issues. I'm not going to pretend otherwise. But here's what shocked me during my research. The Black American expat community in South Africa is thriving. And they told me something I didn't expect. The crime everyone worries about, it's concentrated in specific areas, just like Chicago or Detroit or parts of Atlanta. If you choose the right neighborhood, the safety situation is completely different. I spoke to Keisha, a retired accountant from New York. She lives in Cape Town now. She said, I felt safer walking in my Cape Town neighborhood at night than I did in Brooklyn, and I lived in Brooklyn for 20 years. Cape Town is stunning. It's genuinely one of the most beautiful cities in the world. The wine country, the beaches, the mountains, it's unreal. And the cost of living? About $1,000 to $1,400 a month for a very comfortable life. Healthcare in South Africa is the best on the African continent, bar none. Private hospitals in Cape Town and Johannesburg are world-class, and they're affordable compared to US prices.
The Black American community in South Africa is significant. There's a real network, real support. And South Africa's complex history with race means there's a depth of conversation and understanding that you won't find everywhere. South Africa is for the retiree who wants first world infrastructure, natural beauty, and a meaningful cultural connection. But you need to do your homework on neighborhoods. Don't just show up blind.
Number 2, Rwanda. If you had told me 5 years ago that Rwanda would be number 2 on this list, I would have laughed. But Rwanda today is not the Rwanda of the 1990s. It's transformed completely. Kigali, the capital, is the cleanest city in Africa. I'm not exaggerating. It's spotless. Plastic bags are banned. There's monthly community cleaning. And the crime rate? Extremely low. One of the lowest in Africa. Rwanda is aggressively positioning itself as a hub for the African diaspora. They're offering long-term visas, they're building infrastructure, and they're saying, come home. Help us build. Cost of living in Kigali is moderate, about $900 to $1,100 a month. Not the cheapest, but you're paying for safety, cleanliness, and stability. The healthcare system is improving rapidly. The government is investing heavily. And for a small country, the ambition is enormous. The Black American community in Rwanda is small but growing. And the Rwandan people are genuinely welcoming. There's a sense of forward momentum that's infectious. Rwanda is for the retiree who wants to be part of something new, something being built in real time. It's not perfect, but it's trying harder than almost anywhere else. Number 1, Ghana. And this isn't just my opinion. This is the data. This is the community. This is the reality on the ground. Ghana is the undisputed king of Black American relocation to Africa. And it's not even close. The year of return in 2019 put Ghana on the map for the diaspora. But what happened after? The community stayed. It grew. It established roots. Accra has neighborhoods that feel like Little America, but warmer, friendlier, and with better food. Cantonments, East Legon, Airport Residential, these areas have Black American retirees, entrepreneurs, and families who've made Ghana home. Cost of living in Accra ranges from $800 to $1,500 a month, depending on your lifestyle. You can live modestly and comfortably for $800. You can live very well for $1,200. And if you want luxury, $1,500 gets you a lifestyle that would cost $5,000 plus in the US. Healthcare in Ghana is solid. The major hospitals in Accra are good, and the government is actively working to improve healthcare for the diaspora community. But here's what makes Ghana number 1, and this is the thing I mentioned at the beginning that no other country offers. Ghana has a right of return program. They're literally offering citizenship and residency to people of African descent. Not just a visa, not just a permit, a pathway to belonging, to being home. I spoke to a man named Charles. He's 70. He moved to Ghana from Virginia 5 years ago. He told me, I spent my whole life in America feeling like a guest. Here, I'm family. That's not something you can put a price on. Ghana is for the retiree who wants community, who wants roots, who wants to be part of a story that's bigger than themselves. It's not perfect. The traffic in Accra is terrible. The power can be unreliable. The bureaucracy will test your patience. But the people, the welcome, the feeling of finally being home, that's why Ghana is number 1. So there you have it. 10 countries, 10 possibilities. And I know some of you are thinking, this sounds great, but I don't know where to start. I get it. Moving abroad is a huge decision. It's scary, it's exciting, it's everything at once. So here's what I want you to do. Drop a comment below and tell me which of these countries interests you the most, and what's the one thing holding you back? Is it money, healthcare,
family? Fear? I read every single comment, and I'm going to use your answers to create my next video, a step-by-step guide on how to actually plan your move, from the first Google search to landing at the airport. And if you found this video helpful, hit that like button. It tells YouTube that this content matters, and it helps other Black Americans who are searching for this exact information find this video. Subscribe if you haven't already. I post every Tuesday and Friday about Black financial freedom, retirement abroad, and building wealth as a diaspora. And trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming next. Check out this video next. It's my breakdown of the 5 worst places for Black Americans to retire, because knowing where not to go is just as important as knowing where to go. Until next time, keep searching for your truth route. I'll see you in the next video.